When you count each weapon skin, all of the different conditions for it and all of the normal, stat-trak and souvenir categories, it turns out that there are 1,325 different SMG and heavy weapon skin conditions that you can buy on the Steam market. Or at least there were a week ago when I first collected this data. Better late than never. If you really want to buy all of them, then they can be yours for little over $6,800, or €6,000, which is considerably cheaper than the pistols. I went a bit further than I did with my previous analysis and counted up the numbers available for each type. Altogether, there are over 1.3 million weapons from these categories available on the Steam marketplace. You could buy them all for little under $200,000, which is $120,000 right money. If you do this, then there would be no others on the marketplace, meaning that you'd be able to sell them for whatever you wanted. Guaranteed profit? Of course not, since anybody with those skins who hasn't put them on the market already might be inclined to do so once they see you trying to sell them for $200. A price war would break out, with you and them undercutting each other until they're back to normal levels again. Or you find them unsellable as everybody decides that the 11,000 field-tested Army Sheen Negevs are better off in your inventory than on the marketplace. Let's go back to buying one of each weapon, which is a slightly less appealing prospect. All normal versions could be yours for little over $2,000. Alternatively, the available stat-traks for $1,800 or the souvenirs for $2,900, or 935,000 Zimbabwean dollars. Maybe you want to buy a particular weapon. The Bison is the cheapest, costing just $254.20 for all different skin and condition types. The most, surprise surprise, is the P90 at over $1,400, or 11,400 Swedish krona. I was surprised to see the Nova in second place and the MP7 in third, since I rarely see them used in the wild. But let's face it, SMGs and heavy weapons were not the most popular categories of weapons in the first place. Which weapon is there most of? There's no clear-cut winner. 11 of the skins, all in field-tested condition, are available in quantities of over 30,000. It then drops to just under for 2 weapons, and then straight down to under 13,000 for the remaining weapon types and conditions. You want to see some rubbishy graphs? Of course you do. This one just shows that only about 10% of skin types are available in massive quantities, and if you included this one in your dissertation, you'd fail university, but it shows that there aren't many of the skins that are worth good money, which is mainly why you could buy all 1.3 million skins for under $200,000. I spent ages sorting by quality, but then didn't know what to do with it. It was interesting to know that there were more military spec skins than any other, though apart from that they become more common as their class becomes more common. There were just 10 worth $100 or more, and they were all factory new or minimal wear. Disappointingly, judging from the quality, it looks as though a few of them are cheap skins. The factory new souvenir polar mesh, for example, has never been sold for more than $40, but it doesn't stop some people from putting it on the market for 10 times that. Do they think people are stupid? In fact, I made a note of the highest price that any weapon currently on sale for over $100 has ever gone for. Although the P90 Asimov has gone for over $400, that was in the past, and since then it has fallen considerably. In fact, most of the expensive weapons have a much lower normal price, which has been inflated by a single seller exploiting the current lack of supply. But will anybody pay for it, making the price hike official? Just how many rupees are people willing to pay?